Hi, so I'm here today at the headquarters of Evri. They took over from Hermes, or whatever happened. They are now people that deliver for many people, including Vinted. Now, the reason why I'm here is I've been selling on Vinted now for nearly a year, and I've been doing alright. I've had one or two parcels that have gone missing, and both times it's been Evri parcels have gone missing through. Now, in this particular case that I'm talking about, I had sold somebody a pair of brand new Doc Martens industrial steel toe caps with the box and the tags, all the pamphlets and everything, and the customer was pleased because they paid £125 for them. Retail were probably around about 200, and they were brand new, these things. So packaged the item up, put the label on it that Vinted sent through to me, and this was before Christmas. I'm going to say mid-December, and what's happened in between then is the parcel went missing. I came here to speak to somebody directly because I knew that the head office was in Morley in Leeds. Now, if you know Morley, it's near the M62 junction. There's a massive available car place just over there. See Capital Park. That's the old building where Hermes used to be. So they've literally gone from there over to here. Again, I don't know the reasoning behind that. People have suggested to me that it's because Hermes had such a bad name that they wanted to change to rebrand. I eventually got through to somebody by calling a lady called Tracy. Came out to me. They won't let me in the building. I sort of understand that why, because you will get some people that go overboard and get overly aggressive and such. And Tracy told me that they'd located the parcel and it was at one of their hubs. It had been returned. The customer hadn't collected it. I've been in touch with the customer several times, and they said they weren't expecting the parcel, so they didn't go to collect it, and it went back to a hub. And Tracy even gave me a new tracking number. She told me it was at the hub and it would be returned to me because, as the sender, it had my return address on it. Subsequently, the parcel hasn't turned up. Came back down again, spoke to Tracy again. She came out to me again, so I can't fault her for coming out to me. You know, at least she's trying to do something. But ultimately, what Tracy told me was that my contract wasn't with Evri, it was with Vinted. Therefore, they couldn't do anything about it. They couldn't return the parcel to me, which is absolutely absurd. I lost out on a £125 sale. Plus, obviously, the postage that I got charged as well. So you can understand why I'm doing this now. They must have warehouses full of parcels, because it wasn't just my parcel that went missing over the Christmas period. There were thousands and thousands of parcels. It was a national news story that this company were failing miserably. But I would have hoped that the parcel, no matter how long it would have taken, would have got back to me. Obviously that's not happened, and I just feel that we need to have more people telling the stories. If we do it on here or other social media, what I've done now is I've shared my experience with all my buyers. So at least 20 to 25 people are considering whether to use Evri or not. I myself, since this has happened, I've changed, and I don't know if you realise this, if you're a Vinted user, you can go into your profile settings and choose who you want to send the parcels with. You don't have to send them by Evri. And by doing this, I've stopped probably 40 parcels that would have gone by Evri because I thought it was an automatic process. So obviously Evri's lost that business. I just hope that more of us can reconsider whether or not we feel that this is a company that we want to trust with our parcels. I had a t-shirt valued at £9.99 that went missing. Now, I'm not crying about that, you know, it's a tenner, it's not going to break the bank, and the £125 won't, they're not going to break my bank. But if you times that £125 by 10 or 100 or 1,000, or how many parcels that went missing over that period, you get to understand how much must be sitting in the warehouse. Now, what happens to these parcels? they're probably sold off at an auction, and I'd like to know who gets that money. If anybody has that kind of information, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, if you're thinking about popping down here, like I say, it's Capitol House, main entrance, and it literally is, if you come off the M62 motorway at the Dewsbury Road junction, head towards Morley, you will see it on the right hand side. There's a main set of lights, and you turn right at those main set of lights. It's the first main set of lights that you come to. But yeah, it's not been a good experience. I got to a certain point where I just thought, well, I've just got to let it go. As I say, it's not going to break my bank. A lot of it with me is, once I get a bee in my bonnet, I don't want to let it lie. Please share any experiences you've got. I'm not a massive YouTuber, and I don't tend to bother with other social media as such, but I would appreciate any more experience that you've got, and just share it with us. Alright, thanks.